وسلم صلاة وسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. In the previous lesson, we started to talk about the shara'it of namaz. We talked about istiqbal al-qibla, and we started to talk about what the time of namaz, and we talked about the sahri and fajr, if you can remember last week. Now, just finish off the timings of namaz. Okay, so Fajr, what do you look for in the sky?
What?
How do you know the Fajr has started?
Darkness on the horizon.
Yeah, the Subh Sadiq. Okay, now Dhahar. Dhahar. Now today we'll be learning the rest of the prayers, how to work out, okay, without watches and timetables, how do you know Dhuhr has started and how do you know Dhuhr has ended. Now do you know when the sun is at its peak, right at the top? Okay. We have an object, let's say a stick. So imagine there's a stick, okay, on the ground. So when the sun is right at the peak, the top, you can see the shadow is very small. Okay, when the sun is out at the top of your head, you can see there's a bit of shadow. Okay, it's very small. As soon, so now the sun goes towards the west, it goes down. As soon as the sun now goes towards the west, declines, okay, and the shadow moves, it becomes bigger, starts to become bigger, that's the beginning of Dhuhr. Okay, so the sun is coming up, so at the top, okay, at its peak, okay, and as soon as it starts going down again, as soon as it moves to go down, that is the beginning of Dhuhr. And you know, as the sun has moved, when the shadow extends now, it becomes bigger. As the sun goes down, the shadow increases. Okay? So that's the beginning of Dhuhr. Now, how do you know Dhuhr has finished? Asr has started. So you look at the shadow. If, for example, let's say this stick is 10 centimeters tall. Okay. Oh, that's a 1 meter, it doesn't matter. Yes. So the end of Dhuhr is when the shadow is twice the length of the object plus the additional shadow. Okay, so imagine now. Go back. The sun is going up. That's a peak. It cannot go further. It has to come down. Yes? So look at and measure the shadow. So let's say, for example, the shadow of the peak time is 1 centimeter. Okay, just to make it easy. Now, as soon as it becomes 1.1 centimeters, 1.2 centimeters, you know Dhuhr has started. So you carry on. Now the sun will start going down. But if you look this time, you can see, the sun, you can see the wall, the reflection is a bit down. Yes, the shadow increases. Yes or no? Okay, let me give it longer. So, if the shadow is twice the length of the object, what's 2 times 10? 20 plus 1. additional shadow? 21 centimeters. When it becomes 21 centimeters, you know Dhuhr has ended and Asr has started. Yes or no? So double the length of the object plus the additional shadow. That's the beginning of Asr. Now please remember, okay, how many are going Umrah Hajj this year? Inshallah. Okay, that's fine. But no plans? Okay. Those are watching later on YouTube or on social media. Remember, this is a Hanafi school of fiqh, jurisprudence. That the length is double plus the original shadow, 21 centimeters. Besides Ahnaf, all the rest of the ulama, they say only one size of object plus additional shadow. According to them, is going to be 11 centimeters. That's why we go Makkah Sharif, Medina Sharif. Okay, if you're Hanafi, don't pray your Asr when the Adhan has started. Because still our Dhuhr time. Our Dhuhr time starts later on. So, those brothers who are in Hajj or Umrah, okay, make sure you take the correct timetable when you go there. Don't pray your Asr, or don't pray your Dhuhr, okay? Don't pray the Asr in that time. Okay, because still our Dhuhr time. You have to wait, because they do the Azan when it's 11 centimeters roughly. Yeah? So let's say for example, I don't know the time, I'm just making up. Let's say for example, 4 p.m. is the Asr, okay? Roughly, this again, rough estimate, 5 p.m. will be our Asr beginning. And some brothers and sisters, they go Masjid-e-Haram and they start praying the Asr. According to Hanaf, the Asr is when started. You're still praying Dhuhr, Darul Asr, nothing. So you have to wait. So make sure if you go Umrah, even if you go to any Middle Eastern countries, okay, you take a timetable with you, like the correct times. If you're not sure, always give a rough 45 minutes to 1 hour after their beginning time, after the Adhan, and then you can pray. Or look at the shadow. If you walk in the street, you can see double your shadow, your size. Okay? So if I'm sitting here, if the shadow is where you're sat, first straight, or 1 musalla, that's Asr beginning. When it's 2 musalla, you know that's end of Dhuhr, beginning of Asr. So when it's 2, roughly. Okay? So we can rough estimate, but be careful, you don't want to miss your faraid, especially when you go Umrah Hajj. It's very important. So please remember this point for the brothers and sisters who will be watching this later on. When they go Umrah, when they go summer holidays, they go Dubai, they go Middle East, they go Far East, they go wherever they go. So make sure you take away the correct timetable. Okay. And if you're not sure, contact me, inshallah, give you the correct websites. Okay, so that's the Dhuhr beginning and Dhuhr ends. Now Asr, you know, when does Asr start?
When the shadow becomes double its length.
MashaAllah, when the shadow becomes double the size of the object. Okay, that's the beginning of Asr. So if you go outside now, you'll be able to see, oh subhanallah, you know, your shadow is very long. Okay, that's Asr. Okay, because the sun is going down, down, down. Okay, and when does it end? When does Asr end? Maghrib time, when the sun sets, when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down fully, that's the end of Asr. Now please remember this ruling. What time are we on? 8:19. What time is Asr beginning today, roughly? Okay, I don't know. 7 o'clock. Let's say for example 7 p.m. is Asr beginning. And what time is Maghrib? 9:17? Okay, let's make it easy. 9:15 is Maghrib. Yes? From 7 o'clock is Asr beginning. You can pray Asr until Maghrib. However, to pray 20 minutes before Maghrib, before sunset. This time is called makruh time. And we're going to talk about this later on in detail. Makruh time. So what's 20 minutes? If you minus 12 minutes from 9, 8:55. So from 7 o'clock until 8:55, okay, you should pray your namaz asr. After 8:55, this time is called makruh time until 9, the 20 minutes, rough time. Yes, in this makruh time, you are not allowed to pray any type of namaz whatsoever, unless you've not prayed asr yet of that day. If you know you went, or you were sleeping, you went out, by the time you came back home, it was already 9 o'clock. You came makruh time, pray it at that time. You're allowed to pray it. Only asr. Okay, no qaza, no sujood tilawat, no salat al-janazah, if the janazah came beforehand. Okay, so only namaz you're allowed to pray in this time is कौन सी नमाज? असर उस दिन के असर पढ़ सकते हैं. ये दिवस का असर तब ना पाई लो भाई काम आपको तब पाई सकते. माफ कीजिए मैं गुजराती में बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay, if you not pray asr of that day, उस दिन के अगर असर आपने नहीं पढ़ी तो उस वक्त यानी मकरूह टाइम में हम आप पढ़ सकते हैं, यानी असर की नमाज पढ़ सकते हैं. लेकिन गुनहगार होंगे क्योंकि आपने ताख़ीर की. You will become sinful delay. Okay, so please remember this is makruh time. Makruh time. Okay, you know that you should abstain. It's better not to even pray Quran in makruh time. It's better not to pray. Rather, certain ulama say it's makruh to read Quran. And get dhikr, istighfar, durood sharif, read books. Okay, other wazaif, khala sharif. Okay, but it's better not to, unless you don't have the time. But it's better not to pray Quran in these 3 makruh times, which we're going to talk about later on in our sessions. So that's Asr beginning, Asr ends. When does Maghrib start? Sunset. When the sun fully goes down. Okay, that's Maghrib. Okay, now, do you know if I've never been to Dubai, but just the airport. The brothers will say, if you go to one of the hotels, what's the tallest hotel? Burj Al Arab? The tower? Okay, Khalifa. Now, do you know the Maghrib tower right at the top is about 5 minutes later than the people on the ground? Why do you think so? So, what happens if you're higher? You can still see the sun. Okay? So if you're in one of those towers at the top, I don't know, 50th floor, 30th or 70th floor, I don't know how many floors. Okay? People on the ground, they're breaking the fast. Okay, there you're pressing the stomach, waiting for, you're looking at them. Yes, it's because you can still see the sun. Okay, so you have to wait for the sun to go down. Yeah, anyway. So Maghrib starts as soon as the sun goes down the horizon. And now ends when? What do you look for in the sky? That is, you know, the sky is, what do you call it? Maghrib has finished.
Any signs of natural sunrise?
Okay, do you know when the sun goes down? Okay, let's say, okay, the sun has gone down. Okay, it's gone down. Okay, so imagine it's disappeared. Okay, if you look at the horizon where the sun sets, west, Maghrib, what color will be the sky here, the horizon? What color?
Orange.
No, at this time first, red, orange color. Yes or no? It's all red. Yes? After redness, you still wait for another half an hour, 1 hour. The redness disappears. Now what color will it be? No, not yet. It's going to be white, clear. Okay, it's going to be white color. When the whiteness disappears, then the darkness comes. Okay, there's 3 colors. Okay, so first we have the sun goes down. First is red. Shafaq al-Ahmar is called. The red light. The red goes, behind red comes white. It's not pitch white, okay, it's white, clear. After the whiteness goes, okay, it becomes black. Then it becomes darker and darker, then it becomes pitch black. Okay. So we've got the red light disappearing, the white light disappearing. When the darkness comes, that's the end of the Maghrib, beginning of Isha. Okay. So Isha starts when the white is called Shafaq Abyad. Okay. When the white light disappears. Okay, and when darkness comes, that disappears and it's pitch black. It's dark. Okay, sorry. It's black. That's the beginning of Isha. So we've talked now. Isha ends. When does Isha end? Subh. Okay, where you see that whiteness. Again, other way around. So the whiteness will come, now everything will become white, and the red light will come, everything will become red, orangey color, and then the sun will come out. It's symmetrical. Okay, this is the beauty of the sun. It's beauty, natural beauty. Okay. So whatever happens in the east happens in the west. Okay. So the sun sets. So it's red color, white color, black color. Then here, white color, red color. Then the sun comes out. And this is the how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وَالشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ لَلشَّمْسُ. What's the verse in Surah Yasin? لَلشَّمْسُ يَنبَغِي أَن تُدْرِكَ الْقَمَرَ وَلَيْلٌ سَابِقُ النَّهَارِ وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. Everything is in orbits, fixed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has fixed every celestial body, the stars, the moon, the sun, moving. Okay. For many millions of years, okay, millions of years ago, if it existed, but example, if many years ago, let's say 1,000 years ago, the sun went down on what date is it today? 20th May, let's say 500 BC. Okay, 20th May 500 BC, the sun's in England, in Bolton, went down at 9:17. Exactly. 100 years later, 1,000 years later, there will be no change. Until a time will come when only once, usually the sun goes down towards the west and rises in the east. And there will be one time, okay, the sun will go down from the west, again rise from the west. And that is one of the major signs of Qiyamah. The doors of Tawbah will be closed. Okay, those who now want to become Muslim, too late. Those who want to do Tawbah, too late. Those of Tawbah is closed. Okay, when the sun will now, it will happen once. It will rise from the west. It will go up and then it will go back down again, the normal routine. Until the Qiyamah will occur. Okay, so I think this was today's. We finished just one thing about last shot of namaz niyyah. कि नमाज की पांचवी शर्त ये नियत है. अमीर मुमिनीन सैयद उमर फारूक आज़म रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु has narrated a famous hadith, إنما الأعمال بالنيات وكل امرئ ما نوى. यानी आमाल का दाव मदार नियत पर है और हर शख्स के लिए वो है जो उसने नियत की है. So actions depend on your intentions. إنما الأعمال بالنيات ولكل امرئ ما نوى ومن كانت هجرته إلى الله ورسوله فهجرته إلى الله ورسوله etc. إلى آخر الحديث. नियत दिल के पक्के इरादे का नाम. महज जानना नियत नहीं, ता वक्त इरादा ना हो. Just knowing, oh, I know Maghrib exists, I know Isha exists. This is not niyyah. Niyyah is you know, there's a resolution, firm intention that yes, I'm going to be praying Maghrib now. नियत में ज़बान का एतबार नहीं, दिल के इरादे का नाम. कभी कोई होता है आप नियत कर रहे हैं 3 रकात नमाज ईशा की, हालांकि ईशा की 3 रकात मगरिब की होती है कि दिन में तो है मगरिब पढ़नी है, लेकिन ज़बान से भूल से ईशा का तलफ़ुज़ हो गया, तो ज़बान के एतबार नहीं, किस चीज़ का एतबार किया जाएगा? दिल का. Okay, so sometimes by error, okay, oh Allah, making intention of praying 3 rakats of Isha at the time of Maghrib. Okay, but you know, okay, in your heart you know you're praying Maghrib, but by error, so that intention, okay, doesn't really invalidate your prayer. This was a mistake. What's more important, what's in the heart. Okay, you stood up, you came, you did iftari, okay, you heard the adhan, you sat, listened to adhan, you didn't pray, so you know in your heart it's Maghrib. Okay, these actions will tell you, okay, so you don't need to make a verbal intention, but it's better to make the verbal intention, but it's not necessary. नियत का अदना दर्जा ये है कि अगर उस वक्त कोई आपसे पूछे कि कौन सी नमाज पढ़ता है, तो फौरन बिला तअम्मुल बगैर गौर व फिक्र बता दे कि फुला नमाज पढ़ता हूँ. ओके, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं, आप नमाज के लिए खड़े हो गए, मैं आपसे पूछूं कौन सी नमाज पढ़ रहे हैं, ये नियत नहीं है. हाँ, अगर फौरन बता दे कि मगरिब का इरादा है तो ये नियत हो गई. You know, if someone asks you, okay, when you're studying for the prayer, what namaz will you be praying, without any hesitation, without any delay, you should respond, so you should know, okay, what namaz you'll be about to pray. That is what you call a firm intention. If you start thinking, oh, yes, I know, I just had to put you, it must be Maghrib, isn't it? Okay, it's Maghrib. This is not intention. Okay, because you worked it out. अगर ऐसा कोई जवाब दे कि सोच कर बताऊंगा तो नमाज ना हुई. बगैर सोचे, बगैर ताउल के, बगैर गौर व फिक्र के जवाब दे दे, फौरन बता दे, तो ये नियत दुरुस्त हुई वाला नहीं. और मुक्तदी को इमाम की इक्तिदा की नियत भी जरूरी है. Okay, when you come, okay, you should have intention of praying with जमात. Just अब घर से क्यों निकले? क्योंकि नमाज मुझे जमात के साथ पढ़नी, यही काफी है नियत के लिए. Okay, ज़बान से कहना जरूरी है. The reason why you left the house to come to the masjid is because I've been praying namaz with jamaat, behind imam. Okay, that's the only reason you left the house. So that is your intention, it's already there. नियत इब्तिदा में ये इल्म होना जरूरी नहीं इमाम कौन है, ज़ैद है या अमर है, हाफिज यूसुफ साहब है, मौलाना हुसैन है, हाफिज मोहम्मद है, कौन है, हाफिज खलील है, ये जरूरी नहीं. नाम जरूरी नहीं है, कौन पढ़ा ये जरूरी नहीं है. हो सकता है आप नीचे पढ़े हो. Sometimes you pray Tarawih or pray Eid namaz or Jummah namaz downstairs. There might be someone with a different voice. Okay, it's not necessary for you to know who the person is leading the prayer, as long as you know he's the imam and praying with him, whoever the imam is. Yes, if you start saying niyat karta hu main 4 rakat namaz isha ki piche Hafiz Yusuf ke Allahu Akbar और कौन है Maulana Husein, अब आपकी नमाज नहीं होगी क्योंकि आपने हाफिज यूसुफ साहब की नियत की थी ना. Okay. So if you start fixing the imam, I'm praying 4 rakat namaz behind Hafiz Muhammad, okay, and it's Hafiz Abdullah. In reality, your namaz will not be accepted because the intention you made intention to follow Hafiz Muhammad, who's not even leading the prayer. It's Hafiz Abdullah. Okay, so that is why you shouldn't fix the names. Okay, a person has to say, "Piche is imam ke Allah," behind this imam Allah. That's it. Simple as that. अगर किसी की फर्ज नमाज कज़ा हो गई, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बहुत अहम मसला, इसको मैं आखिरी मसला रखता हूँ आज के लिए. अगर किसी की फर्ज नमाज कज़ा हो गई और वो कज़ा पढ़ता हो, तो कज़ा नमाज पढ़ते वक्त दिन और नमाज का तय्युन करना, फिक्स करना ये जरूरी है कि कौन सी नमाज किस दिन की मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. Okay, if you have any qaza namaz, when you make intention of making of the missed prayers, it is important for you to know the day, the exact day, and the type of salah you're praying. Ya Allah, I'm intending to pray the Fajr of May 17, 2010. And then May 18, 2010, May 19, 2010. You have to know the date, fixed. लेकिन अगर बहुत सारी कज़ा हो गई हो, 4 साल की कज़ा है, 5 साल की कज़ा है, 10 साल की कज़ा है, 20 साल की कज़ा हो, ये क्या करें? How is it possible now? You've got so many qazas to know. Okay? अब उसका हल क्या है? तो बताते अगर किसी के ज़िम्मे बहुत सी नमाजें बाकी हैं, बहुत सारी नमाजें बाकी हैं, और दिन व तारीख भी याद ना हो, याद भी नहीं है मुझे. Yes, how am I supposed to know? 10 years ago, after school, I used to chill out. My parents used to say, pray namaz, I didn't pray the namaz. I used to go mosque. Okay, it was still namaz time, we'd mess around, whatever, we would pray. Sometimes pray namaz without wuzu, sometimes we'd laugh in the namaz, whatever. Sometimes we eat in namaz, all those qadars you have to do. Example. Okay, we don't know the day, the date. Okay. और उन नमाजों की कज़ा पढ़नी है तो उसके लिए नियत का आसान तरीका ये है कि सब में पहली या सब में पिछली फुला नमाज जो मेरी ज़िम्मे है उसकी कज़ा पढ़ता हूँ. So you've got, imagine in your mind, you've got a list of fajrs. Okay, so for all the qaza namaz, qaza of fajr, example. Let's say you've got 10,000 fajr qazas to do. So imagine there's 1 to 10,000, many years. Let's say 1,000 years, okay? 5 years. 1,000 fajrs of qaza you have to do in your life. So as I mentioned before, it's important for you to fix, you should know which day's fajr you'll be praying. Okay? Monday the 17th of Ramadan 2002, example. Some of them were born there. Yes? But if it's not possible, then imagine this. So you say, Ya Allah, the first qaza, first fajr ever which I missed, I'll be praying that. Okay, so that's been completed. Okay? Now the second one will become the first one. Again, Ya Allah, sabse pehli fajr jo qaza hui thi, fajr ki namaz jo qaza hui thi, wo padha. Okay? So now you make intention, oh Allah, the first fajr qaza which I have, I'm praying that. So the second one which is now first, we pray that. Then the third one now becomes first. All these becomes first. You all keep saying first, until you finish. Same with Dhuhr, first, Asr, first, Maghrib, first, Isha, first. And Witr as well. Witr ki qazai. Okay, don't forget Witr. Okay, people just pray 4 rakats first. Okay, it's first 4 Isha and 3 rakats, 7 rakats of Isha. Any questions about today's session? कोई भी सवाल हो इस हवाले से? जी.
You said about differences about times and stuff in the Middle East. I remember going at Hajj to Masjid-e-Quba to pray Salah al-Chast. I was about to pray because that was the time of prayer on the clock.
Yeah.
In fact, there was actually a local scholar there, and a teacher from there, and he asked what school of thought. So I told him 100 feet, and he said, well, that's the wrong time, basically. So if that's the case, why are they still showing that time as being the time for Salat al-Chast?
It's because they're not Hanafi.
But even for those, I think he was from their school of thought, even he said that time is incorrect.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know about that. Probably the government. Sometimes you have to be careful. You don't just depend on the electric timetables, okay? Because it's all calculated. Okay. So remember, after sunrise, 20 minutes is Makruh time. Okay, today Shams, सूरज तुलू होने से 20 मिनट तक कोई भी नमाज नहीं पढ़ सकते, Makruh time है. So for example, let's say 5 o'clock a.m. okay, is sunrise, so you cannot pray anything from 5 o'clock until 5:20. Okay, and then you pray Ishraq. Okay, Shaq al-Shams, okay, from 5:20 onwards until Zawal time, which is midday, until Dhuhr beginning. Okay, does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay, any other questions? Okay, mashallah. If, for example, okay, this is the last question, don't worry, I know where you want to go. If you missed the sunnahs of Fajr, now remember, when you come to the masjid and the Jama'ah has started, the hukam for, I mentioned right at the beginning last week, the hukam of the sunnahs of Fajr is even if the Imam is leading the prayer, the Jama'ah has started, you just quickly pray the 2 sunnahs as long as you know after the salam you'll be able to join us, the Jama'ah, even if it's the last position, last qaida. If you know he's praying at tahiyyat, obviously by the time you'll be praying sunnahs and do salam, you miss the jamaat. Okay? In that situation, you join the jamaat. अब सवाल ये है कि 2 सुन्नतें जो आपने मिस की वो कब पढ़ेंगे? आप बताएं मुझे कब पढ़ेंगे? जमा के बात पढ़ सकते हैं? अगर किसी ने फजर की 2 सुन्नतें नहीं पढ़ी, जमात हो चुकी, नमाज जमा के साथ उसने अदा कर ली, लेकिन वक्त है, अभी तो काफी वक्त है सनराइज के लिए, 3 बजे फॉर एग्जांपल वो घर गया और मुझे सुन्नतें बाकी है, क्या वो अभी पढ़ सकता है? Can he pray between 3 and sunrise? No. Okay, he will pray these 2 sunnats after the 20 minutes of sunrise before zawal. zawal से पहले और 20 मिनट तुले शम्स के बाद, इस वक्त के दरमियान वो पढ़ सकता है। हाँ, ज़वाल के बाद, ज़ोहर के बाद मुझे याद आई, मैं तो 2 सुन्नतें पढ़ना भूल गया आज, अब नहीं पढ़ सकता। उसका वक्त ज़वाल तक है, just before the makruh time. Zahwa Kubra is called. Okay, so I hope that increases our knowledge, inshallah. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد معدن الجود والكرم وآله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه. بفضل سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله.